Alright, hey class, this is Mr. Beller coming at you via Screencast-O-Matic. So looking at your third block, a push period, if you're here, hopefully number one and number two, obviously number two has already been done. And it says students are going to continue to work on their period A packet. So I printed out a guided reading booklet for you guys that the sub should give you that takes care of the 1920s, both chapters of the 1920s. I have not yet uploaded a lecture on 1920s culture or 1920s politics. A couple things that we want to look at though when you're doing this this guided reading for the 1920s. We want to be able to answer a couple questions or focus on a couple questions here when we're taking these notes. Number one, were the 1920s a conservative or liberal decade? You should be able to take either side, state your position, and provide evidence as to why the 1920s is or could be considered a conservative decade, and the same thing for why the 1920s should be considered a liberal decade. Another question that you want to focus on is the fact that there was a clash of cultures during this time period, and so the question is, what was the cause, or what were the reasons for the clash between the old culture and the new culture? You want to be able to point out at the times where this culture clash occurred. Why did it occur? What did it look like? What were the stances on each side? And once again, be able to state that in a thesis statement. Some themes here as you're reading through the 1920s American society chapter. The theme of that a Red Scare has resonated through American society. This fear of communism is going to be illustrated with things like the Palmer raids, the laws that states put into place that make words criminal activity, and really illustrating the Sacco and Vanzetti trial of 1921 through 1927. As a offshoot of this Red Scare, you see anti-foreign sentiment is on the rise. So there's a resurgence of nativism, and this is going to show itself in the resurgence of the KKK in the 1920s, and also through congressional legislation. We're going to look at the 1921 and 1924 Immigration Quota Acts dealing with nativism in the 1920s. You also want to look at, let's see, what else? What is another theme here? I know that there's the last one I want to talk about. I'm drawing a blank on the third one. But the last one I wanted to discuss with you is that there's a mass consumption economy that's emerging here, and you want to look at or be able to explain how and why this has occurred. What does it look like, and how does it affect both American industry and American consumers? And then be able to possibly predict some long-term effects here. How is this connected to the eventual Great Depression that happens in the latter part of the decade? I will try to get up some of these videos here shortly. Be prepared on Wednesday to go through a peer review process on your notes. So these notes for the first part are expected to be due and completed by Wednesday. If you've already done the chapters that I've provided for you, you're welcome to go to my blog, and I should have the guided readings up for you then.